be picking letters from here and adding to every of these 2 letters that we have right here on the board. So, are you ready? Let's go right into it. I have B. This is B-E. Okay, so I can pick a letter here and it's going to give me a 3-letter word, as well as pick another one and it's going to complete it for, okay? So I choose to pick maybe N. If I choose N and add here, I'm going to have Ben, Ben, Ben. And I decide to choose letter T, I'm going to have bent, okay? So we have from B to bent, okay? Now let's try do. We have D-O. This is do. If I come to this place, I decide to choose N, I'm going to have done, done, done. This is D-O-N, done, done. But this is not a meaningful word. So I'm going to choose another letter. I choose letter E. And right here, I have done, done. I'm so done with doing this. This is the done, okay? I'm done doing this. I'm done with this person. I'm done with this activity. Done. Okay, now we go to G-O, go. This is go. Now I will come here and pick letter N. I'm going to have G-O. This is go. I add N. It becomes gone. I add E. It gave me a meaningful word, gone. Okay, this is done, D-O-N-E, done, G-O-N-E, gone. Now, if you remove this D and this G, what do you have left? O-N-E, one. O-N-E, one. That is one. Okay, we now add D. This is done, gone. Are we good? Now, let's see the next one. I have he. H-E, H-E, he, okay? So I can come to this place and pick the letter N. I'm going to have hen. This is hen, H-E-N, hen, okay? I can decide to pick maybe G. I'm going to have hang. If I pick D, I'm still going to have hand, okay? So you can see this is end, E-N-D, end, starting from here. H-E-N-D, hand. So if I remove this H, I'm going to have end, okay? E-N-D, end. This is N-E-N, end, plus D, end. So put together, I have hand, hand, okay? So I move to this one. I have he. This is his sound, but we pronounce this as high. High, okay? So this is hip. I decide to pick, let me pick M. I'm going to have him. Him. This is the me sound. I have H-I, high, but it is he sound. Him. Him. Okay? If I decide to choose maybe X for this in place of the M, I'm going to have his. Okay? So you can see he plus S is his. He plus M is him, okay? Let's see another one. This is M-E. We have M-E. This is me, me, me. Now, if I add N, it becomes men, men, men. If I still add D, it becomes mend, mend, mend. Are we good? So looking at this place, I have hand, hand, and this is mend, mend. Take away the H and the M, I have end, end. Okay? So we move to this one. I have N-O, no. This is pronounced as no, N-O, no. Okay? So now if I decide to put B here, I'm going to have nope, nope. Nope, nope. If I decide to put T, I'm going to have not, not, not. W, I'm going to have now, now, now. Okay? But let's add T. I'm going to have not, 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 not. If I choose the letter E, add to this, I'm going to have note, 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 note. Okay. Now the next one, the SO, so. If I add SO, this is so. If I come right here and pick the letter N, I'm going to have son. Son, okay? S-O-N, son. My son, your son, okay? And if I choose letter B, I'm going to have sub. So if I choose the letter N right here, I'm going to have son, okay? So this is son. Now I want to pick another letter, let's say letter H. I'm going to have song. Okay, so this is song. So S-O-N is son. S-O-N-G is song. Son, song. So, son, song. Okay, so if I decide to add M to this, I'm going to have Tom. If I choose letter P, I'm going to have top. Okay, so now let me choose the letter M, that's Tom. And if I add B to this, I'm going to have Tom. Okay, W-E, that is we. So if I choose to add letter N, I'm going to have when, and I add T, I'm going to have went. Okay, so this is pronounced as went, this is bent, this is went. W out of here is ent, B out of here is ent. With B we have bent, with W we have went. Remember how we recite this? We recite this as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G, K, L, L. The L sound, mi, ni, a, pu, qui, ri, si, ti, u, vi. How do we pronounce this? Okay, so we have we, si, yi, zi. That is the second way we pronounce these 26 letters of English language. If you're just joining us, try watching our previous video. We have discussed this on so many of our videos, okay? So I just recited this the way they are being recited. The second way of reciting this is what I just did right now. So right here, I'm able to construct bent with the addition of two letters, done, gone, hand, his. Okay, right here we just have this. Okay, if I add extra S, it's going to give me hiss, like the sound you make. You know that is called hiss. When you hiss, okay, we have meant. We equally have notes. As well as song, we have Tom and went. Now to this side, I don't think there is anywhere that we can get in 3 or in 4. Okay, you can try this on your own. Okay, we have OF, the off. If I add F here, it becomes off. Now this off is a kind of preposition that is used to join sentence, and this off, now the double F, is that of on and off. Switch on, switch off. That is this off. Okay, now I don't know if there is any other. No, I don't think there is, but if there is, you can actually try it to make it 4. Now moving to OK, what can we add to make it 3-letter word? So far we've been doing only from here, that is, we've been going this way. Now let's try ending and beginning part, that is here, here. Okay, so if I decide to add C here, I'm gonna have cook, cook, and I add E, that is cook, cook, cook. Okay, now I have am, this is AM. If I add C to this place, I'm going to have come, come, come. And now I add E here, I have come. Now this is came, came. But when you pronounce this as come, you are still correct. You pronounce this as came, you are still correct. Okay? Remember, we have the British accent and American accent, so it depends on which of the accent you are using. This is came, this is equally come. Okay? Someone will say come here, some other person is going to say he came here. Okay? Past tense form of verb come is came. So we have an, A-N, an. Now from this side, if I decide to add, okay, let me not add yet. If I choose to add C I'm going to have can, and to the other side, if I add E, it's going to still be can, okay? If I choose to add B here, I'm going to have ban. If I add D at the ending part, I'll have band. If I decide to add M here, I'm going to have man, and if I add D here, I'm going to have mind, okay? Now again, if I choose to add P here, I'm going to have pan. F again, I'm going to have fan, okay? So there are numerals that I can do here, but let's just choose one. Let me add letter B. I'm going to have ban. This is ban. If I add D, it's going to be band, okay? Okay, now the letter I end the in. This is in. Now I can add K from the beginning part. I'm going to have kin. That you have the nest of kin. And if I come to the ending part and add D, I'm going to have kind, kind, kind. From here it was kin. K minus this, it is in. Plus K, it is kin, okay? Nest of kin. And we added the D, it becomes kind, kind. All right, to move on, this is O-N, on. D at this side, I'm going to have und. This is pronounced as und. Now from the beginning part, if I add B, it is bond. If I add F, it is fond. If I add H, it is hond. If I add P, it is pond. It depends on what you want to add. So let's add the letter P. I have pond, okay? We have the fish pond. Now moving on, I have up, the UP, up, UP. This is pronounced as up. If I add C to this place, it becomes cup. If I decide to add P here, I'm going to have pop. So I add P, I have pop. I add C, I have cup. So now I have pop. I can add P and Y. I'm going to have poppy, poppy. But because we are working on 3 letters and 4 letter words, I don't want us to include this. Let's leave just for this one. So we have poppy, okay? OR, the O, this is OR. If I decide to have the letter F here, I'm going to have for. What for? And if I add M, it's going to be form. This is F-O-R, for, not for. And we have M added, it is form, okay? So we move to AS, add P here and add S and have pass. I can decide to add C here and add T here, it becomes cast, depending on which one. So let's see, I add C and T, I have cast, okay? Now I have is, the IS. Now what can I add from the beginning part and at the ending part to give me 2 letter and 4 letter words? I can decide to add F here. This is feast. Add T, it gives me feast, okay? Remember, there are so many letters you can add to any of these to create a particular word, a 2 letter word. We are doing this basically in order for us to be able to pronounce a put together letter, that is sounds, okay? So let's see this one. Right here I have us. This is UX, ox. Us, this is ox, and this is us. The U and the OX. The U and the S, X. So I have us, we, us, okay? I add letter E right here. I have use. And when I add P here, I have pause. You can see how the letter changes, but the main thing right here is that a particular letter is silent in that word. It's not like it's changed, okay? So when a particular letter is added and that particular word changes sound, it simply means that a particular letter in that word is actually silent. That is why the word actually changed its sound, okay? So I have the next one, AT, that is at. What can we add at the beginning part, at the ending part to give us another 3 letter, 4 letter word? So if I choose P here, I'm going to have pat. If I choose B here, I'm going to have bat. If I choose F here, I'm going to have fat. If I choose G add to E, I'm going to have gate. If I choose H, I'll have hat. If I choose M, I'll have mat. R, if I choose letter R, I'm going to have rat, and so on and so forth. So I decide to choose R. I have rat, and E right here, I have rate. Okay, this is rate. Now we move to IT, the it sound. What can we add to give us 3-letter and 4-letter respectively? You can try it out if there is any word that you can add at the beginning, at the end, or wherever to get 3-letter and 4-letter meaningful words, then try that out. So we have the ox, and we just have to add en, and we have oxen. Okay, so that's that. I hope we are actually doing justice to what we have right here on the board. Together we are able to construct bent, done, gone, hand, his, meant, note, song, went, thumb, cook, off, cook, came, band, kind, pond, puppy, form, cast, feast, pause, rate. Okay, oxen. So this is what we are able to put together on today's lesson. Keep staying safe. See you in our next class, and bye for now.